Hi, welcome back to Real Life English. This is the place where you get to learn about everyday English topics. Today, I thought that we could make our English a little bit more interesting. Instead of always saying the word very, maybe there's other words that you could use. I am specifically going to focus on two levels of word you can change very out for. So a word that's a little bit more beginner and a word that's a little bit more advanced depending on your level. So you can choose which one you like better. Okay, let's start with our first combination of words for today, and that would be the very well used, very good. See what I did there? Very well used. Very good. This is probably something you use very often. I probably shouldn't say very often because this is a lesson about how not to use very. So maybe I could say, this is a word we use frequently. So let's see how we can change it up a bit, make it a little bit more interesting. To give you an example, I could say something like, this cake is very good. Now, that's quite boring. It's a bit meh. Alright, we can make it a little bit more interesting. To start with our beginner alternative, instead of saying very good, we could say it's superb. Alright, so the word that we're looking at here to replace very good is superb. Quite a nice word, so let's have a look at that sentence again. That cake was superb. Alright, meaning it was really tasty. I do like cake. Cake is good. Eat cake. To move into a more advanced word, we could look at marvelous. Okay, I personally quite like this word. I don't think it's used enough, but we could say that cake was marvelous. All right, much better. So if you want, you can choose whichever word you like, superb or marvelous. That's our first very word for today. Naturally, the next set of words that we'd look at today is very bad. Bad. Like you've been a naughty boy or girl. So how could we use this word? So let's say we watched a movie with our friends and it was very bad. Instead of saying very bad, for our beginner word, we could say, that movie was dreadful. Please don't make me watch it again. For our advanced word, we could say atrocious. Alright, so that movie was atrocious. I hated it. Why did we watch it? Why? So instead of saying very bad, we could say dreadful or atrocious. For our third set of words today, instead of saying something like, I'm very sad today, alright, or I'm very sad today, for a beginner alternative, we could say, I'm somber today. Alright, somber. What a nice word. Something different. For a more advanced word, you could say something like melancholy. I am very melancholy today. Alright. We can also use these words to describe bad weather or weather that makes you sad. So you could even say the weather is somber today, meaning it's sad. Maybe it's raining and you're not a big fan. Our fourth combination today is the often used very angry. All right, you know, when you want to punch someone in the face. Instead of saying very angry, right, as a beginner word, we could say annoyed. All right, annoyed. I am annoyed. All right, I hope he doesn't do it again. Or her, whoever it is, please don't do it again. If you're looking for a bit more of an advanced word, he made me furious. All right, furious is a very nice word and much better than saying very angry. How plain is very angry? You want to show that you're angry and you want to just bam. Now I'm angry. So let's calm down. Let's do some breathing exercises. So now that we're all calm, let's have a look at our fifth set of words for today, and that is very boring. And hopefully you do not find this video very boring? I hope not. Sorry if you do. But looking at how we can change it up, make it a little bit more interesting, for a beginner word, we could say dull. All right? So to give you an example, his speech was dull. So that means it was very boring. Okay. For a more advanced word, and I personally love this word, and that is monotonous. Monotonous. All right. So his speech was monotonous. Ugh. So instead of very boring, we can say dull or monotonous. All right, and number 6 for today is shocked. I am very shocked. All right, this can be used positively and negatively. So I'm going to use it in a more positive way. For our beginner word, let's say we have a friend who's a painter, or maybe he isn't, he's just starting as a hobby, and we want to talk a little bit more about their first painting that they ever showed you. We could say, I was very shocked when I saw his painting, right? Maybe it was a lot better than you thought it was going to be, right? And you know, you want to express that. We could say, I was stunned. All right, I was stunned to see it was so beautiful. I didn't expect it to be that good, especially maybe for a first painting. If you're looking for a bit more of an advanced word, this one you probably have not heard of before. I was aghast. All right, I was aghast. It was so good. Did not expect that. Well done, you. Good job. All right, the next words that we're going to look at is, you know those things that people do that isn't very nice, all right? So we might say very mean. All right, so that boy in the playground was very mean to my sister. So instead of saying very mean as a beginner word, we could swap it out for nasty. We could say that boy was nasty to my sister, right? He did something that wasn't very nice, something that hopefully he won't do again. Okay. If you're looking for a more advanced word, you want to be a bit more creative, you want to impress some people, right? Maybe you could use the word malicious. Malicious. That boy was malicious towards my sister, all right? I didn't like what he did. He was mean. It was bad or atrocious. Okay, another word that we covered earlier. And the last one, I thought we would end off on a nice word or a better word, a pleasant word, and that is very kind. This one we often use to describe people, so we could say she is very kind. All right, quite a nice thing to say about people, but can get a little bit monotonous, right? A little bit dull to keep saying very kind, very kind, very kind, very kind, very kind, very kind, very kind. For a more beginner word, we could say compassionate, all right? She is compassionate, right? Much better than very kind. If you want to knock the socks off of other people, instead of saying compassionate, we could say she is charitable. She's very giving, she helps people who need help. Bit of a better word than saying very kind. Alrighty then, so we have looked at 8 different adjectives with very that we can change, make it a little bit more interesting, alright? A beginner and advanced version of these words. So I hope you found this video useful today. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. If you have any sort of areas of English or words or things that you'd like to know, please let me know in the comments below. Please don't forget to subscribe and click the little bell notification so that you can get all the new videos as soon as they are released. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me. Bye!
Instead of using the word no, I'm specifically going to focus combination of words. I forgot the very. Okay, that was the wrong way around, right? Very kind, very kind, very kind. Looked at 8 very Not very. Comments. If you have any ideas, comment below.